Good morning, YouTube. It is me again. I'm back. Like I said in my last video, we're gonna do some pressure washing stuff, so that's what we're here to do today. Right now, I've already ran all my hoses. Well, not all of them, just the garden hose. I'll flip you guys around and let you see. So yep, right now we just got the garden hose out and it's filling up our IVC tote. Just enough water to clear the pump out after it's done. We got our chemical tank filled up, ready to go. 12-volt pump ready to go. So I'm just going to take you guys around the job, kind of show you what we got going on. I say a medium-sized brick house, small to medium-sized brick house here. So what we're gonna do is obviously we're gonna wash the whole house. We're also gonna clean the gutters. You guys might not can see that. Let's get the shade. We're gonna get rid of all that right there. We're also gonna pressure wash the whole front and all the brick stairs, all the gutters. Like I said, all the gutters will be nice and cleaned. This over here is going to be fun though, because I don't know if I'll have to get through here. Check that out. The client and I saw that the other day, and they're not wasps that we know of. They're long and black, but they're not like regular wasps. So I'm pretty sure that this is the first side I'm gonna hit, and I'm gonna try to hit them, and they're not gonna like it very much. But you know, this is the right side of the house if you're looking from the front. Obviously we're just at the front, so we're gonna go around to the back side. Sorry if the video is shaky, guys. The only tripod I got right now is like a bigger one, which is great for like time lapse, but carrying it around is quite fun. We got the left side of the house, pretty normal. Just gonna hit it with a house wash mix, probably 2% or so, just because we do have some vinyl around on the back side. We can get into all the mixes later. If you guys like the pressure washing videos, I can go through and explain stuff a little bit more, but basically just a normal house wash mix for you pressure wash guys for brick. Then we're coming around to the back side again. Just, you definitely can see it on the video, like the difference on the video. You can see it a little bit better than you can see it in person. Again, we're gonna clean the gutters too over here. We're gonna make every attempt to get as much of the chimney as we can. I did bring my ladder to try, but there's also a tractor driving by and being really loud, but yeah. So I brought my ladder, so we're gonna make every attempt we can to get up there, but the client has already said it's fine, like just try your best. And then coming around the back, it's just a wood deck. We're not cleaning that per se. We will try to clean that a little bit for them, but this vinyl fence right here is all nasty. Maybe get a better shot when we get up here on the, but yeah, you can definitely tell it is nasty. And I'm not sure if this is like Trex decking or not. I think it is, just the way it feels and stuff like that. It might be wood, but we're just gonna kind of rinse that down and just see. It's just dirty vinyl fencing. And that stuff right there is super easy. It'll come clean all nice. But yeah, that's our job for this morning. It's the only one we got scheduled today. We got one tomorrow too. I thought about getting them both today, but I think I'm gonna pass on that one. I think I'll just do this one, go home, got some work to do around the house. Yeah, we'll knock this one out. I'm gonna get all the hoses run, all the rest of them, the chemical hose, the high pressure hose. And we're gonna start on the front side just to make sure the well has enough pressure and stuff to keep the pressure washer running. It's only a 3.5 gallon a minute, so it should be okay, but we're just gonna make sure. We're gonna test up here first. So after I get hoses running and everything, like, Spider, get out of my camera. After we get all the hoses run, I'll set you guys up on set the tripod up, and we'll get kind of like a time lapse of doing the front porch just to make sure everything works. If you guys want a little trick, is to take your before pictures after you wet it, and then take your after pictures when it's dry. It looks so much, the contrast is so crazy. Little tip for you. All right, guys, I don't know if you were able to hear me while I came up to the camera, but a really good thing to do if you're a pressure washer and to really make your before and after pictures just really stand out. Now, obviously, if you take the picture dry, kind of like this picture, it will still get good results as far as a contrast from before and after. But if you really want to make them stand out, what you do, and like I said, if you guys didn't hear me, if you did hear me, then this is going to be a repeat. You basically just pre-wet whatever surface that you're washing or pressure washing, like a driveway, a walkway. In this case, it was stairs and like a little patio, whatever. You take your picture after you just pre-wet it, mist it. It doesn't have to be soaked. And then let it dry. That's another tractor. A second tractor while I'm trying to talk. Great. Your after picture, let it dry fully. If you have to come back to the job an hour or two later, always just ask your client if it's okay. You don't want to just be driving up taking a bunch of pictures even though you've already done the work. But yeah, just ask if it's if it's going to be a little bit later before you come back to take your after pictures, or if it's going to rain that day or something like that. Just ask your client for permission to come back and take some pictures. Unless you did a terrible job, they'll be more than inclined to let you do that. But what I like to do is, and this is all on the discretion of you, the business owner or whatever, however you like to do it, however you see that you're most efficient. But what I like to do is, I actually like to do all my concrete work, all like that, stairs and concrete patio and all that. I like to do all the concrete work first, because what happens is, it's going to happen, you're going to throw dirt right up onto the house. And on a brick house, it's a little bit different, but on like a vinyl house, it typically would just show up really easy. So let all that dirt get on the house, do all your concrete work, you know, rinse the driveway down after you're done to get all the dirt off, whatever. That's a whole nother topic. But, you know, that way, after you're done with your concrete, your dirt's on the house, you can just take your ball valve and just rinse it off. Or you can wait to do your house wash, and then it's going to rinse off while you're rinsing off the house. If you do your house wash, then you rinse, then you do your driveway, then you throw dirt up on the house, then you got to rinse it off again. To me, it's just backwards. But again, most people will do the house and then the concrete, whatever. They'll pre-treat the concrete, do the house, come back, do the concrete, post-treat, leave. I just like to do the concrete first. It's just my personal preference. But enough jibber jabber. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move the camera around to where that bee, wasp, bug hive is. Actually, scratch that. I think I'm just gonna leave it right over here. Probably not any need to film the front side. I'll probably get a time lapse when I come over to this side that I'm on right now, the left side, of me washing this. So if you don't see the rest of the video, it's because I got stung to death by whatever the hell these things are. With that being said, here we go. All right, guys. Slight change of plans. So for one, I was completely wrong. I have to admit, that was a wasp nest. So we went over there. I'll move you guys a little bit further in the shade over here. There we go. Yeah. So I hit it with a house wash mix, and they all started flying, and it was 100% up. Oh, every time, man. Every time. It's a busy road over there, but yes, 100% a wasp. And it was, I mean, the nest was like this dang big around, and they did not like it, for one. And so I'm pretty sure all of them, or most of them, died. Sorry, PETA. Pretty sure most of them did not like it enough at all. So yeah, I didn't get stung, so that's a good thing. But sorry about that, guys. The client actually came out to talk to me about literally exactly what I was about to talk to you guys about. So these guys are on a well. Obviously, you can look around. It's wooded. It's rural, central North Carolina. So obviously there's a well. I knew that before coming out here. I knew this could be a possibility of what would happen. But basically, we ran out of enough water volume to power the pressure washer. Guys, a lot of times it's not about the pressure coming out of the system, it's about the volume, because your pressure washer is rated at a certain gallons a minute. And so if you don't get that amount of gallons a minute at minimum, then your pressure washer will lose pressure. It won't be putting out. You run the possibility of your pump getting burnt up if you have a direct drive like I do. Belt drive and gear driven, it's a completely different story. We'll get into that later. But anyway, seems like the well pump has a overheat. From what the client just told me, the well pump has an overheat feature where if it gets overheated or to a certain temperature, yeah, I swear, if I had $1 van for every time, I'd have like $4. But the pump has a overheat feature where if it reaches a certain temperature, it will kick off. And that's what we think happened, is that it kicked off and just kind of didn't even let any water kind of come through. So what we're doing right now is I'm actually letting the IBC tote fill up. I have a line ran from it to the pump to clear water out. after the end of each job. But I also have a line that runs $5 now. I have a line that runs from the pump to the pressure washer. So in case of something like this, or if somebody ever asks me to bring my own water, I have the ability to run the pressure washer through the pump to the IVC tote. The pump is a 5.3 gallons per minute pump. The pressure washer is a 3.5 gallon per minute pump. So the 12 volt pump has plenty of oomph in it to power the pressure washer. I've used it before. It works awesome. So finished up the left side. I chemical sprayed it, house wash mix, and then rinsed it down with the 12 volt system. So the 12 volt system line actually has water all the way through it right now. So when we kick over to the pressure washer, I won't have to wait on chemical, and it won't have chemical pushing through the pressure washer pump. That is not good for your pressure washer pump. Do not run chemical through your pressure washer pump. So with all that being said, guys, always be prepared. This stuff has bit me in the butt before, where I've not been prepared for something and something has happened, and I've had to either leave the job, go get something, come back that day, or literally come back another day and finish. Most of the time, normally the customers are cool with it, especially if it's something like this where it's kind of nobody's fault, really. It's definitely not their fault. It's not my fault. It's not anything. It's just the nature of the beast with running on a well. My house has a well. It does not have enough power to pressure my pressure washer. I have to use 12 volt pump at my own house. It is what it is. But we're actually chilling. Like I said, I don't have any other jobs today. Might just go goof off out in town later with the kids. But as far as like trying to get this job done and go to another one and then get that done, like we don't have to do that today, so it's all cool. Which works out great because it's nice and shady. It's not hot today. Starting this YouTube thing, so it's working out good. But we got the right side done, we got the front done, we got the left done minus the pressure to get the gunk off the bottom half. So we're just gonna let that tank fill up to probably about halfway and then kick it on, finish the left side, go to the back, do that with a 12 volt, then come back with the pressure washer to finish it out and call it a day. I don't even know what I'll film after this, but yeah, that's what happens, guys. You gotta be prepared. That's all it is to it. You're a business owner, whether you're in lawn care, pressure washing, whatever. You always gotta be prepared for the worst case scenario, or if something is to break or go wrong, you gotta be ready for it, and you gotta be able to just stop what you're doing, know what's wrong, diagnose it, and fix it and keep going. Or in this case, just divert to plan B. All right, guys, so I completely messed up and did not get to put the tripod over on the back deck for the time lapse of that, but it is done and it is awesome looking. We'll go around there and look in a minute, but we're all done here. We're all packed up. This came really, really clean and looks really, really good. Everything on here looks really awesome. The gutters came decently clean. There's still like some striping that's on there. I'm pretty sure it's just because the gutters are old and need to be replaced at some point, but that's neither here nor there. This side, hey little buddy, little skink. This side came really, really clean, really nice. All that up there, nice and clean. This side might still be a little wet. Oh no, it looks pretty good. But it definitely came clean from what it was before. There's not much of a difference now, and this is just like the shade. This is from like the sun and stuff, the angle I'm at right now. But before, that was completely like a different color than right there. So that came all nice and clean. This windowsill, everything is nice and clean. The chimney, yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from the, there we go. It came pretty nice and clean. I'm trying to get you guys in the shade here. But man, this is my favorite part of this whole thing. Vinyl fence, you guys remember how that was. Vinyl border, post, whatever. They're all nice and beautiful white. Now this is composite, but man, look at the difference in this. This came super clean. And it's almost like a completely new deck right here. We'll go get you guys on the other side. This is by far my favorite part of this whole project right here. These came super clean. If you remember before, they were just like dirty. The deck, it's just that spot was already there, and that's not going to come up with me. But man, did it come clean out here. Get that shut. Like I said, we're all loaded up, ready to go. Like I said earlier, you just gotta be prepared for this stuff. The well pump isn't producing enough volume to power the pressure washer, and you gotta be prepared for that when you deal with wells. Just something to think about, you know, amongst other things, having backup stuff, having O-rings, having different fittings ready to go just in case of emergencies, having extra chemical. I ran into that myself. Had a chemical leak, ended up running out of chemical, had to go to the store and get more chemical. That should be something that I have on the truck at all times. So it's about being prepared. It's about giving the customer the best quality work that they can get. Don't worry about the time, don't worry about the money. If you do quality work, you'll get more work, which ends up being more money. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. The clients are really happy with how it turned out. And that's what matters the most. So I'm gonna go touch base with the client, and then I'm gonna head out of here. We got some family stuff going on, and I don't know when the next video will be, but I'll see you guys in the camera tomorrow for our next job. Peace.